من حسن إسلام المرء تركه ما لا يعنيه. It is from the perfection and the strength of one's iman and Islam to leave matters that do not concern them out of the circle of their concern. Interfering in others' businesses beyond what is necessary, beyond what is called for, okay, is a sign of weak iman. Because as we said, it's one of the characters of the Sahaba, the Prophet ﷺ, is that their eyesight is focused on the hereafter. Their concern is paradise. Their concern is seeing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and meeting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on favorable terms. So they were always concerned with an advice that's going to land them there. That's going to take them safely through this journey into the journey of the hereafter. So they would come and ask him for an advice. So in order for them, to act upon it. And notice that most of the time, if not all, the Sahaba would come and ask the Prophet ﷺ for what? Dullani ala amali. In this case, Dullani ala amal idha amiltuh dakhalta al-jannah. Show me a deed. If I perform, I will enter paradise. In another hadith, Dullani ala amal idha amiltuh ahabbani Allah wa ahabbani an-nas. Show me a deed. If I perform, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself, first and foremost, would love me, and then people would love me. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves a person, all of your problems are over. All of your hardships are over. Because it was narrated in the hadith that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves a person, He would call Jibreel alayhi salam, the archangel, Gabriel, and He would say, إِنِّي أُحِبُّ فُلَانًا فَأَحْبِبْهُ. I love this person, you love him. Jibreel alayhi salam would love him. Then he would call on the dwellers of the heavens. And he would say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves this person, love him. And everybody would love him. All the angels would love this person. And then, فَيُوضَعَ لَهُ الْقَبُولِ فِي الْأَرْضِ. Then you will see that people are eager to meet this person. They have a natural inclination towards this person. They like to be around this person. They like to benefit from this person, so on and so forth. And this is one of the signs of success. There are many signs on earth to tell us whether Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves us or not. Whether Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants that which is good for us or not. Know the certainty of knowledge. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not want that which is good for you, He would not have guided you to Islam. Know the certainty of knowledge. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not open the gates of dua for you and taught you the best of dua and the best of istighfar, okay, He's done so in order for Him to receive this dua in a favorable way and to award you the best for it. These are all signs, that of acceptance. Signs that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with us. Of course, I mentioned just 3 elements just in the interest of time, and I don't want to take all the time, for the talk. I want to be able to open the floor. But these are just a few of the elements that would anger a person, or would make a person very angry, or would make a person lose control over themselves. Now, the Prophet ﷺ has taught us ways, to deal with our anger. As we mentioned, anger is a natural state of the human being. It's an intrinsic quality that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed in us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala places this quality in us. It is not for the Prophet ﷺ, الَّذِي أُوتِيَ جَوَامِعَ الْكَلِمِ الَّذِي لَا يَنطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ. One who does not speak out of his own whims and desires or own opinions and so on and so forth, would come and tell us, you have to suppress this quality. You should never get angry, so on and so forth. That is not the case. That is absolutely not the case. However, the Prophet ﷺ teaches us also, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ وَاللَّهُ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. And those who hold their anger back. Now this ayah talks about a person who basically happened to be angry. In other words, he tried his best to avoid being angry. He just happened to be in the right time and place for things to instigate him. And for this quality of anger, to surface in him. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ. In other words, if you get to this level, this quality, where now you're angered, what do? The first thing you do is say, أَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. We mentioned that the nature of, the creation of man, الْحُلْمُ وَالْوَقَارِ. That this person is, the natural inclination is to be calm, to be steadfast, serenity, so on and so forth. However, al-ghadab min al-shaytan. Al-ghadab min al-shaytan. So we see in the example in Surah Al-Qasas, where the man from the Israelites, from the people of Musa alayhi salam, when he sought istighatha, the help of Musa, Musa alayhi salam came to help him. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Qasas, فَوَكَزَهُ مُوسَى فَقَضَى عَلَيْهِ. And imagine the strength of Musa alayhi salam. And this could happen with any person who is not as strong as Musa alayhi salam, is that allowing your anger to get to you, right? And then you hit a person, you could kill them. You could kill them. And inshallah we'll talk about these dangers, but just to wrap up this area, the Prophet ﷺ tells us, لا يزال المسلم في فسحة من دينه ما لم يصب دما حراما. So murder is, it's a grievous act. It's a horrendous act in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I don't want to go too deep into the subject, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised severe punishment for one who kills another person unjustly. And He has written upon the children of the Israelites, as He has written upon the followers of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that whoever kills a soul unjustly, as if he killed all of the humanity. And whoever revives it, as if he revived all of the humanity. So committing a murder is such a hideous crime in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as He tells us it is one of the kaba'ir. One of the kaba'ir that are prohibited, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised severe punishment for that. فَوَكَزَهُ مُوسَى فَقَضَى عَلَيْهِ. The point here is that what did Musa alayhi salam say when he was able to regain control of his temperament? قَالَ هَذَا مِنْ عَمَلِ الشَّيْطَانِ. The first thing he said, this is indeed has been incited from the whispers of shaitan. And he immediately resorted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, قَالَ رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي فَغَفَرَ. So he went to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala immediately. Thus is the character of all the prophets. إِنَّ إِبْرَاهِيمَ كَانَ أَوَّابًا. Meaning that he often returned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when we speak about the sins of the prophets and the messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, something that we need to understand, that which is considered a sin, that which is considered a sin for a prophet or a messenger is not a sin for us. I'll just give you one example. For not doing qiyam al-layl for the Prophet ﷺ is a sin. For us it's a nafilah. If you don't do it, you're not committing any sinful behavior. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen these prophets and the messengers to be examples, to be the ideals, the examples to follow, for all of the righteous people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has held them to a much higher standard. Alhamdulillah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not hold us to these standards, because chances are we all will fail. We all, will fail. So the first thing that one ought to do if anger is to take hold of them, is to say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. What does أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم mean? For one to understand it and use it correctly, الاستعاذة هي الالتجاء إلى الله. When one says أعوذ بالله, means I seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from الشيطان الرجيم, from the cursed Satan. This is the first thing. So there are things that the Prophet ﷺ have taught us to say. There are positions that the Prophet ﷺ has taught us to also do. For example, in the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ tells us, if anger is to take a hold of you, right? If you're standing, sit down. If you're standing, sit down. Because when you're standing, you're in a state of preparedness to take action, to take impulsive action. So if you're standing, sit down. If you're sitting down, lie down. We said that anger is a quality of the jinn, the impulsive reaction, the impulsive attacks, the swift movement, the jitters and the shivers and so on and so forth. This is a quality of the jinn, because they've been created from the tip of the flame. The Prophet ﷺ also commanded us to perform the wudu, because the jinn has been created from fire. And when you're in a state of anger, if you feel your body temperature, you're hot. If you look at the face of a person, you'll see that